April 18th, 2019. This is Becky Lewis in Central Indiana for Foraging for Life, Healing by Nature. Hi friends, it's been a long time. I'm so sorry that I haven't been keeping up with the videos like I said I was going to on using Dr. Morse's herbs and the fruit, and I am going to do a complete update on that. I think it's really, really important, and to understand the reasons why I couldn't get on and couldn't take care of it and all that stuff. But anyway, friends, I wanted to show you one of the ways that I'm really coming back now. It's been really gnarly going through the detox with my extreme amount of toxicity in a lifelong 54 years of extreme illness and toxicity and medications and all these things and the trauma and everything. So I want to show you here what has been pulling me back faster than anything. Once I started adding the wild green drinks again, friends, excuse me, I started making a really quick comeback. So I want to show you a few things that I've been getting just out of my yard while I still didn't have the energy to go out foraging and stuff. I found lots and lots of things in my yard that are so incredible for you. They will snap you to it, and I am here to tell you. So right here in front of me, we're going to start out with cleavers. Okay, these are cleavers. See how it's sticking to my skin? Most people know cleavers. They get pretty long and they stick to everything and stick to your clothes and all that. So let me take one off here and stick it to my sleeve, and you'll see what I mean. And yes, I'm going to keep it and use it. See? See how it's sticking to my sleeve? So I want to show you cleavers, and they are extremely good for the lymphatic system and just incredibly rich in nutrition. So excuse me, and friends, I'm not set up right now to tell you every detail about all these plants, but I have researched them enough and have been using them even last year, and I do know that these things, look, the green drinks that you get and stuff and make in the store, that's not a green drink. That's a green drink. Let me tell you something, friends. You will not get anything more powerful than nature to make your green drinks to kick you into high gear. Let me put this in my bowl over here. So I want to tell you too, there's a whole bunch of dandelions, and most everybody knows dandelions. I use the roots and the leaves, but I don't dig the roots out of places where I want to keep dandelions growing. I just keep plucking the tops and let them keep growing. So I got cleavers and dandelions right here. And I also use these things. They're not wild strawberry. A lot of people call them wild strawberry. They're also called Indian strawberry. I can't think of their Latin name right now, but those are also usable, and I do use those. We have Creeping Charlie or Gill over the ground. Right now, this little bitty one's already got flowers on it. But at the moment, friends, it's still early spring, and excuse me, I'm trying to find all the baby things, because when things are little bitty babies like this and they're coming up, they're so bursting with all their energy and have so much nutrition. So I want to move on here. But also I want to tell you, these are delicious. They're minty. Oh, they're so good. But cleavers, honestly, are my very favorite of all things, especially when they start seeding and they get kind of a nutty taste to them. So, okay, well, I'm going to leave my green drink and bowl here for now. I want to just walk around and show you some things I use, okay? So right here in the yard, there's a whole bunch of violets. I use violets and violet greens, and right now it takes me a long time to collect the greens I need for my green drinks, because I'm using tiny baby things for their power. It also allows me to just sit in one place for a while, because I can't move around a whole lot. It takes a lot of energy for me to walk around. And the birds are arguing over what's left of the bird food I need to redo. But okay, so on with it. I want to tell you also, I use the dandelion flowers. The flowers, leaves, and roots. But right now, dandelion flowers are just bursting open. I like to collect them after. Sorry, it's not very sunny. But you can see how that center is still packed together. I like to wait until they puff all the way out, so it's releasing all their little sugars and all their lovely nutrients. And same with the violets. When I collect the violets, I like to make sure they're all the way open. Okay, I want to come over here. Our yard kind of got so destroyed over the last 3 or 4 years that we couldn't attend it. And between my illness and my father-in-law's heart attack and hospital time and us helping with that lady down the street, Faith, our yard got away from us. But so here's what's left of my echinacea row. I do have lots and lots of echinacea greens growing in here. I've been collecting the baby echinacea. I have yarrow, young tender yarrow leaves. All these things that I'm showing you, friends, you can look them up and they're very nutritious for you. Okay, so I also have a lot of the goldenrod in here, and let's see, I pulled most of them out of this end to use and to get my area back. So, but oh, and here's more cleavers growing in here, and lots of violets with the violet greens. Here we go. Get some goldenrod. I use those. Here's a big bunch of it. But I won't be leaving all these in here. They're taking over my whole echinacea patch. This whole thing used to be all wildflowers, and then the echinacea took over, purple cone flowers. So, but I use those. And these, I don't know what they're called, so I don't use them because I haven't found them yet and haven't been able to look them up. If you know what those are, please feel free to let me know. I would love to know what they are so I know if they're usable or not. Look, these kind of dandelions I leave alone. If there's only one ant on it, I can blow off easy, that's fine. But once they get ants on them like that, friends, they're occupied. They're feeding. I leave those alone. And I always try to work with nature and not overdo anything. When I'm out foraging, I don't overpick off any plant of any kind, whether it's leaves, berries, or anything. So, but as you can see, I have a lot of work in here to clean out all this stuff. So I'll be using those greens. Not the grass, though. Got a whole row back here that I haven't even touched yet. And I'll need my husband's help with that because I just don't have the energy. Only thing I've been doing is kind of breaking sticks off as I can. But that was all goldenrod that got away. You can see all those dead sticks in there. All that was all goldenrod, wild goldenrod that took over. So that's a bit much. And but I do use the flowers and stuff, but I simply don't need that many. So okay. Moving on, excuse my piles. My husband's been digging trees out of here. This whole row just got, for 3 straight years, got completely ignored. So, okay, there's more yarrow, more sticks for me to pick up. I want to come around and show you. Also, we had to cut a tree down several years ago, and it just keeps coming back with a vengeance with all these sticks in here. So we cut them off and use them as stakes. But anyway, I've got a bunch of catnip growing down in here, and so I use the catnip. And I don't use it in my green drinks, but if we want any, there's tons and tons of wild onion that we just let grow. So, but also I want to take you over here to what's left of our garden before it got taken over. Look at all these dandelions and violets. Friends, you can make your own dandelion jelly or dandelion wine or dandelion tea, or just put them in salads. Oh, okay, but anyway, so I'm over here. This is a black raspberry bush that started out only like 3 years ago. I think this will be its 4th year, and it started out as one tiny little bush. See what's left of the trellis thing in there? It got beat up and knocked over by the bush itself, and some trees that might have gotten away in there. But it used to just be this tiny little thing, and then it burst forth. So, but anyway, black raspberry leaves. Okay, these are highly nutritious and delicious, and you can either let them dry and use them in teas, but I use bunches of them in my wild green drink. So, and then over here in the garden, what's left of it, we used to have like 14 rows of beautiful strawberries, but it all got taken over by Canadian thistle and some weird vines, just all kinds of stuff. But anyway, what's left of our strawberries, I come in and collect some strawberry leaves, and although these aren't like wild, they still go in my green drinks. But as you can see, I've got bunches of this Creeping Charlie, or also called Gill over the ground, and I use that a lot. That's also another incredible lymphatic cleanser, great for kidneys and all kinds of stuff. Friends, please look these things up. I'm sorry I don't have the information to be detailed about every one right now. I may cover them individually later. I just want to share with you what's making my green drink so dark, okay? Also, there's plantain. Many of you might know that. Plantain is an incredible healing plant that was brought over on purpose, along with dandelions. So, and because of their healing properties. But please do look these plants up, friends. So, okay, and then on to what took over my garden, our garden, all these Canadian thistle. I mean, they're here and they've wrecked the garden, but they're edible, they're nutritious, including their roots, and they're medicinal. All the things I'm showing you, friends, aren't just incredibly rich in nutrition, they are medicinal. So, since the garden's been destroyed and taken over anyway, I'm going to make use of what is here. So, okay, and what else have we got? Oh, yeah. I also use the lemon balm, which we had planted over here a few years ago and still comes back on its own. You can see all the sticks from it, all these dead sticks. So, and then in some places, some of the lemon balm had already started to come back up. I've picked a few tiny little bits, but haven't found a lot lately. So, yet. But I want to show you these, and you can find these in big clusters. Hi, ants. These are called purple dead nettle. Purple dead nettle, and they're in the mint family. You can see maybe they have a square stem. I don't know if you can see that or not. All mints have square stems, but not all square stems are mints. So you have to be careful with that. And don't ever eat anything that you don't know for certain what it is, friends. And I also want to tell you, I am not a master herbalist or a doctor or a nutritionist. I'm somebody who has suffered extreme illness and incredible amounts of ridiculous conditions that were so painful and sickening my whole life. And for the first time in my life, through Dr. Robert Morse and his method of using fruit and herbs, I'm finding healing. It's not always pretty, though, because you have to pull everything out that's in you. You can't just take a pill and make it go away. It's got to come out. So, but anyway, friends, these are so good for so many things as well. All nettles are very healthy that I know of. So don't take my word on that. Excuse me, but all the nettles that I've learned about, the different kinds, are all healing and highly nutritious. So, okay. So there's that. And what else in my mess pile? Look at all these thistle. Look at all those. Oh, by the way, friends, the violets and any of the delicate flowers like this, you can take the flowers and use there's lots of things online for you to look at, but you use, I believe it's like egg whites and powdered sugar, and make a little paste, and then you can paint these flowers with that and candy them, and then you just let them dry and serve them as candied flowers. From the ones I've seen, they were absolutely beautiful. Excuse me. Oh, look, here we go. This dandelion, see how fluffed out it is? These are the kind that I use for green drinks or for teas, or if I'm picking them to make jelly or wine, which I have not done yet, made jelly or wine, but if I was going to, and you can look some of these up online, you want to pick them when they're nice and fluffy and got all their sugars, but then you pull them out of the greens. But for me, for my green drinks, I pick the whole thing, the stem It's got that white milky sap in it, which has a lot of incredible medicine in it. And so I use the whole thing in my green drinks. So, oh, also, friends, there's clover around here. I want to take you back to my red clover real quick. Also, there's chickweed. I need to find that real quick while I'm... Here we go. You might have seen these around. Not very good lighting because of the clouds. I think I'm too close. Okay, so chickweed, a very, very delicate, crispy little plant. Also incredible for the lymphatic system and other parts of the body, friends. Please look that up. Chickweed. See the tiny, tiny, delicate little white flowers on the end? Yeah. And here's some more purple dead nettle. Yep. So, okay. Excuse me. I forget now what I was coming around to show you. Well, maybe I'll find it since I'm around here. Here's some more yarrow. Okay, well, let me sneak between here. Well, unfortunately, I can't remember what I was coming over here for. I get sidetracked. But, oh, I know. It was chickweed and something. I can't remember. Oh, I know. Okay, the clover. Here we are. I knew if I got around here, I'd remember what it was. Okay, so red clover. Yes, friends, and my memory is one of the things that I'm dealing with. So, I'm sorry for not getting back on to do the videos like I said, but it's just been, this has been way more difficult, and I didn't want to get on and start, you know, getting all emotional and carrying on and stuff, and I was just going through an incredibly emotional thing, which I'll tell about in a different video. So, but anyway, these are the red clover. You can see the little chevrons on the leaves. Not every single one has it, but for the most part. And you can eat the white clover too, the little ones. It's just that the red clover, I think, are more nutritious, and they've got the nice big purple flowers on them, or lavender or whatnot. They're just hardier, and for people who feel that they really need protein, these have a lot of protein in them. I won't go into that now, but yeah, we won't talk about that now, about the protein issue, but so clover is just really loaded with good medicine too. So friends, there's all kinds of plants out in the yard. I'll cover some more later. Here's some more catnip growing. Also, I brought some bee balm back with me last year and planted some. It's bergamot or bee balm. This was the wild bergamot and bee balm I brought home with me and planted some. And I don't know if this is spreading by roots out into the area, or if one of the flowers got seeds on it and dropped them. I don't remember, because I was still so out of it, off and on so bad last year. I just don't remember a lot of details. So, but anyway, so this is bergamot bee balm, and it's also antiseptic and antifungal and all this other stuff. Look up bee balm or bergamot, wild bee balm or bergamot, and these are the purple ones. Well, they're kind of a lavender color, yeah. So, but anyway, friends, okay, well, I guess I'll end this for now. There's so many other things that I use, but that's over at my neighbor's house, and this video's getting long. But just want to tell you I love you, and thanks for hanging in with me. And, oh, while I'm here, there's one more thing coming up right here in front of me. This is wild lettuce. Wild lettuce is also edible, medicinal, and nutritional. So, but that's just one tiny one. I've got some others I'll let grow that'll get good size. And I'll get back to you, friends, with some more of these wild edibles. But in the meantime, get out there and explore. Oh, look, here's something I'm going to have to pull up. Coming up is another honeysuckle, the Japanese honeysuckle, and these are so invasive, friends. Get these things up and out of wherever You can. They're so invasive. They take over everything. But these young tender greens and stuff, I use those. You can eat those, absolutely, or juice them. I don't eat greens. One, because we're not herbivores and designed to process a lot of fibrous material, which makes it even harder for me because I'm malabsorbed and don't have a gallbladder. And as it is, whatever's going on in my stomach so severely that I can't even drink smoothie without my gut puffing up. In fact, friends, just drinking a glass of water too fast, just like even an 8-ounce glass of water, if I drink it down too fast, my gut will puff right straight out. So I still have a lot to learn about whatever's going on with me, but in the meantime, nature will not fail you, friends. Learn these plants. Please learn these plants. If SHFT or SHTF happens, friends, who's going to get food from the grocery store when it's been wiped out? The only store that there'll be is in nature. And what you can gather and what you know is safe to eat. And if you need medicine, it's there, friends. I promise you. So, but anyway, I'll go ahead and cut this short now, friends. And thank you. Thank you for giving the time to listen to my video. Much love. Get out in nature. Bye for now.